Hey guys, Fetid Bobo here with the base save. If you've been watching the series, you've been seeing this base grow up, and I am now ready to give it to you. For those who haven't seen it, or it's been a little while, we're going to do a tour of it, of course. If you need a guide on how to use a save, I have a link in the description and with the cards top right eye thing. We got some rabbits. These are naturally caught rabbits, or a few of them were raised in there, but after a few sleeps, we finally got some in there. I really like the views because we're looking over the sinkhole right now, so I make sure to put a few benches there. You also see me use the benches quite a lot because I love them. It's a good moment just to take a breather from like the grind. So we're here on the upper deck that overlooks the sinkhole, because why not? We got like 3 of them. Got a set of chairs. You could try this in multiplayer. Some of the tricks I've done here may not translate perfectly into multiplayer. For you it should look fine, but for the clients it may have extra posts coming out in certain areas of where my stairs are floating, and that's just how those tricks behave. So we head down here and we have a garden section that is blocked off, so none of the deer are going to eat it, and it's quite large, although some of them may unfortunately go into the wall behind there. But we have, as you see, we have seen 3 meat racks so far and 3 turtle shells, so a lot of food options. Heading back up, one of the things I do want to note is these trees, I left them there because I think they look really nice, but what's going to damage the tree most is not mutants or cannibals, but a tree falling on your base is going to be a real bummer. So this first area is where you put your bones. There is a bone holder in the floor. This was a very early on bone holder. I got a fire so you can light cannibals on fire, and it's enclosed so it doesn't attract cannibals. Another meat rack, and 2 skin racks just in case you start getting a collection. Birdhouse. We have 3 birdhouses. If you check them frequently and you don't like miss all your arrows, you should have no arrow problem, which is really nice. That lizard almost went into the trap, but we have 2 traps up here just in case you are looking to catch some rabbits. So rabbits and lizards are pretty common back over there. This crane, which you can destroy, none of the objects rely on it, so it's safe to remove if you didn't want it, but it's a great way to get up to the top with a lot of resources. I call this my bus stop. I'm not necessarily sure it's really a bus stop, but I really like it. There's just something about it with the birdhouse on the back. I picked it up because I wanted to sit down without a cannibal sneaking up on me, so I'm happy about that. The patio is at the right height so you can drink water from the lake, although I recommend cooking it so you don't get poisoned, or food poisoned. This is hard mode, so that will actually damage you more than a normal save as well. You can turn off cannibals easily, but some of the damage features of hard mode still exist, like if you hold still in the cold you will take more damage, so keep that in mind. 2 more meat racks, an area to hold your weapons, and 2 weapon racks. What's interesting is that wall appeared out of nowhere if you watch the series. Do have to be honest here, you kind of have to jump to get up the stairs. Just some of the pathing changed a little bit as the base was developed. You can go down smoothly, no problem, no jumping, but most likely just build it into your habit to get up the stairs with a jump. So on our left, this as you can see the crane, which you can jump off of onto here. In my series you'll see how I do it because it is pretty easy to miss if you're not prepared. Here you can jump over that. It doesn't look like it's there, but that stick is actually there. I recommend crouching around them because the door moved a little bit in one of the updates. But we have 3 mannequins in here. Weapon rack, just ignore that painting on the wall, but just, you know, just a room kind of where you'd put all of your armor, kind of hang out, a little bit of a gallery, I guess you could say. Once the placement of paintings is more consistent and you can actually see where you're going, I would really like to put more pictures in there, but at the moment it kind of it's not easy to tell, so I didn't put as many pictures down. Like none of the frames have pictures in them because it wasn't going straight into them. We have a side table here. I like the vision specifically from the bunny rabbit chair. I like this angle. I have a couch looking to a fireplace with a katana overhead. Because of the insulation system, if you light this fire, it should heat up the whole entire structure, which is pretty nice. And then we have another place to sit down. Here's an example of what happens when you try to put one down. Yeah, miss. I would like the picture frames to like center the photo, but yeah, you feel free to put them down wherever you want. It's kind of like, I was thinking like a ink quill holder on the left there. I really like what you see from here too. It's really nice. Like you just imagine sitting here looking out into the distance, not playing the game basically, and just chilling. I like that a lot. Over here we have our snack bar, another picture frame, and a place to place sticks if you wanted to keep fuel for your fire nearby. Bench and a light, another birdhouse, and a chair just looking over the edge. It's a pretty good view. I left there's no fence here, so you can jump down, because you can get into the water, and it's a quick way down. There's a zip line we'll check in a second. So this is your bed. You can turn the flag icons on and off. It's up to you. Another turtle shell rain collector. And this is where you'd hold most of your weapons, I believe. You got a place for your bones, place for your arrows. Katana on the wall, bow on the wall. Another mannequin. Here you probably should put medicine and not soda. And explosives. Please be careful of the this one right there, that explosive, because it will blow up if you drop it or you click and it'll, it doesn't have an ignition like the dynamite does. So I recommend you only put dynamite in this house because it's very easy to accidentally blow up everything. I do want to let you know that you can get up here. Originally I planned to put a tower through this, but I started to get a little bit laggy and I wanted to share the save, not turn it into like something that nobody could use. Already I'm concerned that some people it might not run smooth enough on, but I stopped so more people could use it. Later, if people really want, I could probably still put a tower on there, but for the moment, we're gonna release it as is. So this zip line, all you have to do is get to the edge, look up, and jump straight up. Don't jump off the edge. You can do it safely just by looking straight up. And we have a little runway. I really like that. If you head this way, as you've seen in my series, there's plenty of deer and plenty of sticks that way, as well as Geese Lake. So this is a great place that I go to get resources, because deer is excellent for meat. Now if you go the opposite direction of the house, you actually head towards a cannibal camp, which has got effigies, fuel cans, stuff like that. But right before then, we actually have another zip line. Now this one I really like. That's the cannibal camp that way. Because this one goes into our base. And I like how smooth it just goes right in there. And see, you can jump off. You probably will take like 75% of your health if you miss though. And then finally we have another zip line. Because there's no water over here to safely jump off, I added a zip line that gets you down pretty quickly if you wanted to go the opposite direction. Yeah, it's cannibals saying hi. This way there are quite a few lizards that spawn. Usually about 2 tortoise and a few rabbits will spawn over here too. Sometimes the cannibals put effigies down below that you can go get. It's actually a garden up on that cliff, but I've never used it. Now one of the features I want to show is if you head towards the cannibal camp, it's right next to the zip line that we used. not only can you get their cloth and skulls from the effigies, if you save and exit and then come back in, this will keep on respawning. So you have an infinite fuel resource. The ropes are really nice because they're worth 10 cloth, so it's preferable just to take their rope than have to do your own. But if we keep on going down this hill here and wrap around one of the rocks, you'll find this entrance. Here you have a bunch of skulls, some cloth, some Timmy stuff, and if you head up rope on the opposite side that you just came down and head left, not right, we will get back into the base for people wondering like, why did we just get off the base? I'm just explaining some of the features around the base. But if you head left into this room with medicine, food, cloth, katana, flares, all of this stuff respawns, by the way, booze, computer parts. So it's an excellent place to go to, and watches. So all of this stuff is respawning stuff when you save, exit, and come back in. So if you're needing medicine, just head there. Also, you don't have to go by the cannibal camp to get there. There's actually a path that you can walk up that goes back to your base. So if you're ever in need and you're in hard mode and you're concerned like, oh no, I need more medicine, this base has actually got you pretty covered in that aspect. Now, we got to look at the base at nighttime because things look quite different, during the day and the night, and the illumination we set up. By the way, that's the third birdhouse. So it's got pretty good lighting, and just going through here, I think it looks pretty nice at night. I've tried not to use too many lights because we don't want to toast the computer a little bit too much with the shadows and the CPU usage. You can drop there, you don't have to use the ladder down. I built it specifically because I didn't want to take fall damage. That's why I actually built the patio in the first place. And then I had to build the stairs because like something in the update changed the calculation. It was really weird. But as you see, everything's illuminated a bit at night, so you don't have to worry too much about getting lost. And here it is from a distance. Kind of glows, it flickers in the distance. I like that a lot. Nice moon. And our little landing strip, you gotta see it at night. I'm a big fan of that. That's actually when I got most excited about it. Yeah. So real quick, we just gotta show what destruction does for the base. First of all, the crane, see, you can remove it perfectly. Now, I wanted to show that if an Armsy came in here and blew up your stairs, it wouldn't just like take the entire base down. And then also take out the platforms. So first thing to notice is it's really hard to break this platform. After going around the entire thing and almost taking like 50% of the platforms off, the thing that really destroyed it was a tree. So if you're fighting an RMZ, you may want to turn on no building destruction or remove all the trees around the base by destroying the stumps. It's up to you. I think the trees make it look nice, but your damage is not going to come from enemies. Your damage is going to come from those trees falling on your base. And this is what it looks like without a top on it now. Now, bombs. We gotta do bombs. I mean, you actually gotta blow it up. Pretty strong, but... Oh. Look, the log actually caught the sticky bomb. I didn't know that like the logs flying in the air actually had a collision to them. But it's pretty hard to blow up. So really your enemy will be if the devs add the dynamite mutant back in, or if you drop a tree on your base. Otherwise, everything here is quite strong. The floors are not going to be removed easily. You're going to just be able to repair those quite nicely. Like for example here, the only damage is your wall and garden. The floor is fine, it'll just take a few repairs. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, in the description, pretty much everywhere, I'll have that guide on what you do with the save. We will be getting the next base. Patreon supporters have also done their little vote on kind of a side base that I'll be working on. Hopefully I get that released this month, and people can look forward to that base as well as what we do in the new, not necessarily, I guess I can call it a new season. We're going to continue on the same character because I want to get the character to 99 strength. So at the end of the next season, we'll have 2 bases on the same world map with like a really buff character in hard mode. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below, and if you wanted to see this base progressed, we actually have all of those videos on this channel. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.